And this morning on Daybreak, we've got you covered for all the key races and issues you'll be voting on. 24 Hour News 8's Mark Thompson's live at Congress Elementary School this morning. That's one of the polling places. He's looking at two key issues for you this morning. One affecting parks and pools in Grand Rapids, and the other could consolidate two cities along the lakeshore. Hi, Mark.
Good morning, Emily. Aren't you guys excited? It's election day, and some of the maintenance staff just arrived here at Congress Elementary School. They're getting the building prepared for when the polls open at 7 o'clock this morning. Now, these are two key issues that we've been feeding you information on all for the past couple of weeks here, just so you be informed before Election Day. Now, one of the things that you will be deciding, at least here in Grand Rapids, is whether or not to spend more of your tax dollars to improve and upkeep some of Grand Rapids' aging city parks and make more funds available to open those city pools in the summer months. Those are always issues every year. The .98 millage request would raise about $4 million each year if approved by voters. The 7-year millage would help fund and rehab improvements at the city parks. Now, the millage would cost the homeowner of a $100,000 home about $49 per year. The other key issue that we've been telling you about is the possible consolidation of the cities of Saugatuck and Douglas along the lakeshore. Keep in mind that only people in those communities will have a deciding vote, and both communities must approve. If both communities say yes, a commission will draft new city documents and an official name will be selected. Now, here's the main crux to the issue here. Both cities already share many of the same services, but if they did vote for consolidation, it would get rid of several of the positions in city administration. Again, polls open at 7 o'clock this morning, just a few hours from now, and they close at 8 o'clock tonight. We'll have complete team coverage, and you can always check in throughout the day at woodtv.com. Reporting live in Grand Rapids this morning, Mark Thompson, 24 Hour News 8.
Here are some other big races we'll be staying on top of. 3 West Michigan towns will go to the polls today to choose their next mayor. In Granville, this will be the first new mayor in decades. After 29 years in office, Mayor James Buck decided to not seek re-election. Voters in Kentwood would also choose a new mayor. In Muskegon, voters will decide between the current mayor, who was appointed to the position, and a local pastor.
And now we're breaking down a few more of those West Michigan races you'll want to know about. In Kalamazoo, 15 candidates are vying for 7 seats on the city commission. The candidate with the most votes will become mayor. Current Kalamazoo Mayor Bobby Hopewell is among some of the candidates running for re-election. In Grand Rapids, residents will choose between 2 candidates running for the GR City Commission, 2nd Ward. After a failed bond 6 months ago, the Wyoming School District is once again asking voters to pass a proposal that would increase security and allow for renovations at their schools. Although this time around, voters will see 2 smaller proposals. The first is for $37 million. It would cover renovations to the high school and amp up security. The second bond issue is for $12.2 million and would allow for the addition of a fine arts center and athletic field upgrades. Forest Hills Public Schools asking voters to approve a $45 million bond issue for the new security features. And in Spring Lake, voters will see a $59.8 million bond issue to build a new elementary school campus, among other things. Now, make sure to tune in to 24 Hour News 8 at 10 and 11 o'clock tonight. We'll be breaking down all the results after the polls close. You'll also be able to watch the results from all of today's races as they come in on woodtv.com.